This is so weird, by the way. Logan said, Mum said Jake had a wet dream the night before his fight.
Wow.
Why does his mum know?
Wow.
There was a video of Jake Paul that came out yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Well, yeah.
I do feel bad for Jake Paul in it.
So do I. Well, I saw
He gets run
JJ's
up on
tweet.
by like 25 people and is expected to stand there and fight.
Yeah.
I woke up, saw JJ's tweet, like clowning him, and I was like, oh, this is funny. Then I watched the video again. I'm like, yeah, to be fair, like, it's like 30 man just like rushing to him. But it's just the way he runs. He just
it's
cartoon
like,
sprints away.
So when I was younger, right, and I was like a little bit of a little shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes I might get myself in situations that weren't good. And I'm like, one of the lessons that I'd learned is you walk towards a corner.
Yeah.
Turn the corner and then run.
Okay, yeah.
So no one sees you running away. You just the problem Jake's got here is it was just a straight line run on camera. But yeah, I mean, what's he supposed to do?
Of course, yeah.
So
they will jump him as well. I swear, like they will do it. They did it before.
Well, they
right?
already did, yeah.
Yeah,
When he
there's a
stole his
time.
hat.
Yeah, but that is obviously warranted, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's a bit hot. So if I was to steal your hat now,
no, but
the repercussion if I get jumped.
I'll let you do it, man. I'll let you do it. But I think because they were so compact, like so close, it's very easy for like a reaction to happen. But this is obviously way
Well,
more
also,
spread
you
out.
know that Floyd is like, he bases so much on like how people perceive him.
Yeah.
So if I clown him,
Yeah.
he has to get me back. Like if you clown Randolph, he's used to being clowned.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I just feel like, bro, you are 50 and 0, a gazillionaire, the arguably the greatest boxer to ever live. And at that point in time, a YouTuber who'd been on Disney Channel stole your hat and ran away. Like,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
but you're a normal person.
like it's not that
Like Floyd
deep.
ain't. Floyd ain't like that. Floyd is.
And maybe it's that disrespect that made him such a good fighter, like that element.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I woke up and my honest feeling after seeing the video was Jake needs to go on holiday. I was like, it's been a really tough couple of weeks. He needs to just like disappear and just chill out, man.
But where did this come? What did he do?
Like, where were they? You mean?
No, why did he
I think
try and
he
jump
was
him?
shouting at him. No, I think he was shouting at Floyd like.
Well, in Jake's video, Jake was like alluding to the hat thing.
Oh,
so Jake
okay.
did a video and posted it on Twitter as well, and he was just like, "Look, I stole your hat like X amount, like a couple of years ago. Like, let it go. Like, you need to like."
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know why he must have done something on the night to make Floyd come up to him, and
I don't know if he did.
that's just so weird, though.
I feel like America's so different as well. By the way, like everyone just is always at the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's always together. Like, why? Where were they?
Miami Heat basketball game.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, but I just think that maybe for Floyd, he just made an on-site thing, and it just might be whenever he sees one of the Paul brothers, there's just always going to be some antagonization. I also feel sorry for the security guard when Floyd's in his face and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm just trying to do my job."
Yeah, true.
And you know, as well, like, I have to get in the way here. But at the same time, Floyd's got 20 people.
Yeah.
But I have to protect Jake.
Yeah.
I chose the wrong side.
He's probably really happy when Jake ran away. But yeah, bless him.
Also, Jake was talking about the whole the wet dream stuff. You see that?
No.
He was like, the reason I lost against Tommy is because I had a wet dream the night before. And I'm like, why would you? Why?
No, he's taking the piss, isn't he?
No, he's like, I built up my testosterone.
No.
He was like, I built up my testosterone for like the 2 weeks before the fight, and then on the night I thought I had a wet dream. I'm like, why would you just don't say that? Just lie.
What?
Just don't. Sometimes you can be too honest.
Yeah, I mean, I went into monk mode before.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do that, right?
Before the Anthony Taylor fight, but it didn't cause me to have wet dreams.
Maybe he just did it too long.
I mean, look at that headline, man. I'd never want to have that headline.
Jake Paul.
That makes it sound like he's had a wet dream about Tommy.
I just couldn't hit him. I felt so passionately about
The dream I had the night before, we were more than fighters.
It's too good. I actually thought Jake was he spoke really well after the fight. On the night, I thought he said the right things. And then I guess like the more he speaks about it, the more he feels like he should have done better. So he starts saying more excuses. But
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah, he should have done better. Yeah.
I mean, they both should have. It was actually really... I was confused watching it because I'm like, for Tommy, I was expecting him to like outclass Jake. Like I was expecting us to be able, like to watch the fight and just assume like they just shouldn't even be in the ring together.
Yeah.
So it was like, But I don't know if it's because Jake did well or because Tommy just kind of underperformed.
Yeah, well, Tommy definitely looked a better fighter, but you're thinking it could have been more, right?
I was expecting there to be a massive golfing clash. You know what I mean? Like for it to be like one person in boxing since they were sick. It's from an amazing boxing family and has all of that lineage and tutelage. Easy for me to say. And then the other person is obviously Jake, who granted has dedicated himself to it for the past 3 to 4 years, but it's 3 to 4 versus like 20.
For sure.
And then from Jake's perspective, I didn't see him try and set anything up other than the overhand right. And again, to me, I'm like a bit like Kenny. I'm like, what's plan B if you're not landing that punch? What else are you trying to do? So I think Jake will be really disappointed with himself watching it back, because I think he will know in his heart of hearts, I could have done more.
That's probably why he really wants the rematch, right?
He really wants 100%. So I think we've like anyone who's had a fight and lost, like I guess if you just get knocked out by the better person, then you can probably live with it, because you're like, actually, this person is just they're just too good.
Close, like
Josh Bruckner is probably thinking, do you know what? Salt Happy was just too good. It is what it is. I can deal with that. But I'm sure for Jake, he's probably like, there's so much more that I could have done that I didn't. So it's probably burning them up a little bit.
This is so weird, by the way. Logan said, Mum said Jake had a wet dream the night before his fight.
Wow.
Why does his mum know?
Wow. I would have assumed Jake doesn't live at home anymore.
So he's phone, Mum, I'm going to lose. I just cummed over Tommy.
Look, and then Logan said, I sparked up and said, no fucking way. I had a wet dream the day of the KSI fight.
What is going on? What is going on? Wow, that's an open household.
I feel like people on podcasts are getting way too detailed, man. Like, keep these things at home, man.
I'm sorry, I don't have a wet dream story for you.
Maybe Kenny had one.
Maybe. Explains it all. Well, I guess maybe like one of the things I wanted to actually write the box, and everyone keeps doing these pound for pound top 5 lists, and Kenny actually put you quite low on his, right? So I was saying, do you have your own? Do you have your own updated one?
My own pound for pound top 5 would be Jake Paul. I'm putting Tommy and Idris Virgo into their pros.
Yeah.
So Jake, KSI, Salt Pappy, Slim. I don't know who number 5 is, because it could be, as I said, Gibbs impressed me. Waleed Sharks impressed me so much. Until Dean hit him with a punch.
That fight was unreal, man.
Like,
so good.
So then I'm like, that's super impressive from Dean. But
not yourself.
Pardon?
You?
I feel like I don't deserve that spot yet.
You know inside you're there. But you want to show people.
I need to show everyone what I can do first.
This made me laugh so much. It's such an old picture from me as well. I don't know where they got it from. But yeah, if we weren't on camera, then maybe I would turn around and say, I put myself there. But I'm also like, I've got to go and prove that. I've got to go and beat some more people, and I've got to prove that. But I think the 5th slot is up for grabs, to be honest. I don't think it's... I mean, it might be fair to say whoever wins this Kingpin tournament,
gets there.
Maybe goes in there, because whoever wins that is going to have had 3 credible wins within a 5-month period or something. So... yeah, whoever wins the Kingpin tournament would be a good shout for 5. Until I beat Salt Pappy, and then I end the top 5.
Come on.
Well, no, you go to number 3.
Then I go to number 3
because you put him number 3.
True.
Yeah.
I found that weird when Salt Pappy did his, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll put KSI number 1, put myself number 2, but I'd still beat KSI." And I was like,
therefore,
because you know what? I think it's an appreciation of what you've done.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's not just based on like potential, because I do honestly think I have the potential to beat anybody, but that means nothing until you've actually done it.
Yeah, but he's saying like, I'd beat him right now. Like, do you think you'd beat Salt Pappy if you fought in 3 days?
Yes.
So you should be above him in your list.
No, because I haven't done it. I haven't knocked out Josh Bruckner. So
True.
Do you know what I mean? So all I'm going on at the moment is like my head and my ego.
Okay, true,
But like,
But it's also your list.
It is my list, but I want it to be a good list. So like objectively speaking, like you kind of have to do the work, and you've got not that you have to, it's, as you said, it's just a list, right? There's no rules to it. But in my head, I feel like it should be based on something. So like, I feel like Slim is underrated by a load of people. Yeah. And just thinking the way that he's gone up the weights, and he's just fought people that weight-wise, Slim should be fighting Tom Zanetti. Tom Zanetti probably walks around like 20 pounds heavier than him. And he still went in there, did it. And it's not like he outboxed him and stood on the outside. Like, he went toe to toe with him. So Slim, for me, should be a lot higher in a lot of people's estimations.
Do any of the other Raksu guys box?
Not yet, but I'm trying to like.
I was gonna say little Raksu tag team.
That'd be sick.
Someone told me that apparently one of the boys from JLS tweeted they wanted to get involved. And I was like,
there's your tag team right there.
It's getting real, man.
I'm like, this could be so funny, man. I was like, yeah, we'll do it. Do you remember like the chess boxing thing?
Yeah, Ludwig. Yeah.
I'm thinking like we could do like a boxing concert.
Yeah. Where it's like one song, one round. One song.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It could be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Miles is actually just like quite an aggressive person anyway. Like he's, of all of us in the group, if there was one person who's he's the only person who's had fights as an adult. Like just
boxing
outside.
Or just fights?
Just outside, yeah. Like
nice.
Miles will just have a scrap. Like
Nice.
So he was probably the most the most obvious candidate for it.
Yeah.
But just the whole like getting fit and doing loads of running thing is the issue.
Yeah.
But if he does it, I think he'd be a problem for a lot of people. Like,
sick.
Yeah, maybe Miles Raksu versus Ginty in 2024. Nice. And then Jamal is like, I call him an ant, because he's freakishly strong for how light he is. Like, and super
small.
And is super athletic. But the idea of getting punched doesn't appeal to him whatsoever.
I mean, it's certain people in it. Like, neither of us want to be punched in any way.
Yeah,
we're not going to go in a. Some people have it, some people don't.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.